Assalamu alaikum. So, Mahmuda and Hassan, we studied this story called Alisa, and we did the exercise of questions and answers. So, we made lots of questions here, like 20 questions on page 2 and 3, 30 questions on page 4 and 5, and 22 questions on page 6 and 7. Okay, so look at these questions properly again. Have a proper look at these questions. These ones, and these ones. Okay, after that, like pause the video and look at the questions properly, write them down. And now what you need to do, what I want you to do is read these 2 pages, page 8 and 9, from here up to here, from one day to on the floor. Okay? Read these 2 pages a few times. If you want to write them down on a piece of paper, do that. And then make some questions, as many questions as you can. Read a sentence and ask a question for this sentence. Yeah, just like we did on those pages. For example, one day the thin man says to Alisa, pack your things. That's one complete sentence. Now, what kind of question can I make from this? One day, the thin man says to Alisa, pack your things. Pack your things is the main thing. So we can say, what does the thin man say? What does the thin man say to Alisa one day? What does the thin man say to Alisa one day? The answer is, the thin man says to Alisa one day, pack your things. Pack your things. That would be the answer. So read every single sentence and try to make a question for that sentence. Like like pretend that every single sentence is an answer. It's not a sentence from the story, rather it's an answer. So make a question for that answer and see how many questions you can make. Make as many questions as you can for these 2 pages, and that's gonna be your today's homework. Write them down on a piece of paper, read them out, record yourself, and send me the recorded voice. Okay? So.